Okay, I'm going to share again. Sorry, I had the music too loud. You probably couldn't understand what I was saying. And I forget that I have that microphone, but I've got this, I got my DPA. This is like a $500 studio mic for guitars. So it's almost a little too sensitive. Grabbed it from the college studio. Where the heck? Carrying on here. Sections. I'll go to the one near the end and you can hear it.
We're up all night to get lucky. 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 We're up all night to get lucky.
So it goes into a higher inversion here.
Lucky. We're up all night to get lucky.
Sometimes the two different voicings inversions are layered on top of each other, but I'll show you a couple that will really work well for this. And here we go. Here we are on the piano for Get Lucky. So these, again, this is the chord progression of the song. So this is the main part that's played on the piano with the piano sound. So this is the B minor 7. So we need our one, our minor third, fifth, and we're going to pick up 7th on the bottom here. I'm going to catch them both the A and B notes with my thumb and whatever fingering you're comfortable with. So that's the B minor 7th. The D chord is really very related. We're going to play the first inversion of that. C, F sharp A. And then for our F sharp minor, we're going to hop up here and do first inversion, F sharp A, C sharp, and then down a whole step from that to our E. Actually, it's a E major. Sorry. I'll play the beginning of the song and show you the timing here. So that just goes round and round. And I'll set up part number 2 now. Let's stop that here and we'll work on that part. Okay. So I put up, I hope you're able to print out all the stuff I'm putting up. I have, you know, this chord diagram sheet. But
where?
Where?
Yeah, where can we print it out? Like Kinko's? I don't have a printer.
Oh. Well.
I'm not a paper kind of person so much.
Okay. You can see it on your laptop.
Yeah, I use a laptop. So I didn't actually. I'm gonna mute.
Okay.
I think Office Max.
Office Max? Okay.
It's open and you can get copies there.
Okay. What do they charge? Like a dime, 10 cents or something?
Yeah, I'm not sure, but I think you may have to email them like their website and they can print it, or I'm not real sure, but they have a copy area.
Yeah. Well, anyway, you know, anyway, I'm just saying you can look at it and it's there. That's all. And I think in the video, you know, I take time and I show you the positions. You know, in a way, it's really good practice, you know, to do these yourself. In fact, I think I said that at first, but then I gave in and did it. I mean, it takes time but I think the act of, writing this down and making your own charts will do it. So what I can do, if any of you don't have a printer and would like these, I can go print some up and maybe leave them in the mail room at the college, because that's open. So
That would be awesome because I don't have a
Right.
printer.
okay, okay. Yeah, so I'm let me know if there's something I have that you want printed, and I'll leave it there, and I'll see if they're willing to do it. They've shut the Learning Center now, but there is a notice that the student lounge is going to be open that has Wi-Fi. I'll see if they'll use a printer there, if any of you want to do that. But I'll really work at trying to get these done, several days before our next class. I'm pretty far ahead. We're going to do We Are Family next week, so I already have a video up for that. But anyway, I'll get these blank sheets up, and it's on La Lima. I've these in several different formats, like a different range, one with a low F, one with a low C, if you want to squeeze them on a paper. Okay. So let's go over this. I'm going to switch to my keyboard. Whoops. Video. Okay. So this is what I'm saying to do on the B minor 7th. Is this big enough, my camera?
Yeah.
I can lower it a little bit, but this song has a pretty big range, so I put my camera higher. So I use this shape a lot when I have the root of the chord and the 7th is a white key below it, and it gives a really nice full sound. It's harder to do it like if you did, if it was a half step up, but in the video I talk about picking up the root and the 7th. So for B minor, and here's the bass, of course, on a B. So everyone got that? The notes we need for our minor 7th chord are the 1, a B, minor 3rd, our 5th, and then an A note. But in this voicing, it doesn't sound that good high, because the chords kind of climb up. Good? Everyone got the B minor 7th? Okay, D, just your old friend, the regular D, F sharp A. For our F sharp minor, we have same old thing, the root position with the F sharp, minor 3rd, C sharp is the 5th, and then we go to an E major below it, E, G sharp, B. So it's so that's pretty basic. You want to try playing it? That's a yes. Sure.
Yes.
So on the college site, I have this. The track is Get Lucky Slow 120%. So I slowed it down by 20%. Let's just do this for a minute. I hope you're ready to play it in time. If you can't do them all, just maybe do one, or try to 2, or just get familiar with the timing. Like do the 3rd one only until you build up your speed at this, because it's a lot of the songs we've been doing, we've used kind of tight voicings, which is real like we don't want our hand jumping all over the place. But in this song, it really is different, and I actually have been playing it a little wrong, but I really noticed it when I listened to it. It's interesting when you slow these things down, like all the details of the production of the way these really successful pop songs are done. Like listen to the sound of the snare, it like alternates, and there's these really subtle background vocals going throughout the song, you know, where there's like real gentle talking and things, and it just really adds these the interest and layers to this. I think it's interesting anyway. All right, here we go. Get Lucky Slow. So let's just do these chords. Oop, let me get the volume up. I'm gonna rewind. D, F sharp minor, E, B minor 7, D, E. You can hear that other piano coming in. E.
Like the legend of the Phoenix.
D,
All ends with
F sharp,
beginnings.
E,
What keeps the planet
E minor 7,
the force from the beginning.
E minor 7,
We've come too far to give up who
E,
we are. So let's raise the bar and our cause to the stars. She's up all night to
Sorry,
the sun. I'm up all night to
F
get
sharp
sun.
minor,
She's up all night for good fun. I'm up all night to get
E minor 7,
we're up all night to the sun. We're up all night to
F
get
sharp,
sun. We're up all night for good fun. We're up all night to get lucky. We're up all night to get lucky. We're up all night to get lucky. We're up all night to get lucky.
E.
We're up all night to get lucky. The present has no ribbon.
F sharp.
Keeps on giving.
How we doing? Oops, let me stop.
What is
How's that going? Keeping up?
Good.
You don't want to do it regular speed, do you? Okay. So you know, it's kind of monotonous, but you know, it's really good practice, and you know, really work on just really nailing your timing, you know, on these chord changes. Like really, this one is pretty steady. It's right on the beat. You want to do this a little more? Because the next part's quite a bit harder. Is this helpful to do it a bit?
Yeah, it's good. Feels
All
good.
right. Well,
Yeah, good.
Yeah. If you want to throw in like a couple of little arpeggios, there's a few subtle ones. For example, like it's I'm doing these with the higher notes in the chords. So I'm in the B minor, I'm arpeggiating the B, F sharp, B, I'm sorry, let me say it again. I'm arpeggiating the D and the F sharp. And this is a part in the other song. Now on the D, I'm going to do the third, then the fifth, then the F sharp minor, and the third. So it's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. so that adds a nice little kick to it. So you can throw a little of that in. There's a lot of instruments in this, you know, there's sort of a synth that's covering some of that too. And, you know, if you're playing in a band like I do, you kind of have to cover some parts that aren't there. All right, let's just continue with this. I forget where we left off.
Just some feeling.
D.
If you wanna leave, I'm with We've come too far to give up who we are. So let's raise the bar and our cups to the stars. She's up all night to the sun. I'm up all night to get some. She's up all night for good fun. I'm up all night to get lucky. We're up all night to the sun. We're up all night to get some. We're up all night for good fun. We're up all night to get lucky.
Try some other voices.
We're up all night to get lucky. 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 She's up all night to the sun. I'm up all night to get some. She's up all night for good fun. I'm up all night to get lucky. We're up all night to the sun. We're up all night to get some. We're up all night for good fun. We're up all night to get lucky. We're up all night to get lucky. We're up all night to get
That's
lucky.
sharp.
We're up all night to get lucky. We're up all night to get lucky. She's up all night to get sun. I'm up all night to get some. She's up all night for good fun. I'm up all night to get lucky. We're up all night to the sun. We're up all night to get some. We're up all night for good fun. We're up all night to get lucky. 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 We're up all night to get 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 lucky. We're up all night to get We're up all night to get lucky. We're up all night to get lucky. We're up all night to get lucky. We're up all night to get lucky.
So I just noticed that they changed the voicing in this part. It doesn't go so high. It's this. Just like that. So just during this breakdown, it's pretty subtle. If you want to catch that, it's yeah. So if you want to do that, you know, in this, it's called a vocoder. That's that vocal effect. It's just a different inversion on the F sharp and E with the fifth on the bottom. So check that out. We'll keep going here.
Lucky. We're up all night to get 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 lucky.
Now they're back to the regular inversion.
She's up all night to the sun. I'm up all night to get some. She's up all night for good fun. I'm up all night to get lucky. We're up all night to the sun. We're up all night to get some. We're up all night for good fun. We're up all night to get lucky. We're up all night to get lucky. We're up all night to get lucky. We're up all night to get lucky.
So there you go. That's that part. I this is like the most repetitive song I've ever heard in pop music. I mean, how many times can you say we're up all night to get lucky? Guess a lot. Any questions about this? Good. So I didn't put it on the sheet, but I noticed when it does the vocoder part, the F sharp and the oh, actually, I do have it. It's the one we use in the other part. The F sharp minor is. I'm sorry. Let me get back here. Let me get on my other camera. I wish I could really do a split screen. So this F sharp minor here, where am I? It's so weird. This is like backwards. So this is the F sharp minor and the vocoder part. And do I have the E? No, we don't have that inversion of E. But when it does that, the E has the inversion with the B on the bottom. Is that enough for you to go on? So it's going to be B, E, G sharp, if you really want to get it right. Ready for part 2? Here we go. So if you have a keyboard that has a Wurlitzer setting, see if you can find it. I'm going to look for mine here on my Yamaha. And it'll really help to have it sound right. I have this one, Wurlitzer with the tremolo, and this is with an amp. And that one has like a actually, that's kind of close to it. This one has sort of a chorus effect. Okay.
Which thing should we use if we don't have a Wurlitzer?
A Fender Rhodes and any electric piano.
Okay.
Most electronic keyboards have something like that. Okay. I'll go back to my video. I'm going to talk about this next part. This is the Wurlitzer. It's a type of electric piano sound. So if you want to work on this, find that sound on your keyboard and it'll really match nicely. So for our B minor 7th on this part, we're going to play this little inversion of it. We got our our 5 there, our 7th and the root there, F sharp, A, B. So I didn't really explain, I say this one thing, but I don't believe they play the minor 3rd on this. It would be the D note. It's kind of under my, it's between my 3rd and, my 4th and 5th fingers on my right hand. Like that would normally be the minor 3rd, but there's no 3rd in this shape here. The D chord, you just move this one note. F sharp, A, D. For the F sharp minor, this note just moves. We got our F sharp, our A minor 3rd, C sharp, and then E major, E, G sharp, B. I'll do this with the music and show you the timing.
beginning.
I'll go to later on in the song where it breaks down a little bit and you can hear it over that.
We're up all night to get lucky. 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 We're up all night to get lucky.
There you go. Have fun with that. Let me stop that. Okay, so that's not that's not easy to it takes a while, but it's really an important technique, especially by organ players use it a lot. And you know, your piano just really becomes a rhythm instrument, you know, in parts like this, and it's really an important technique in pop music and, you know, R&B. There's a lot of, they call it, it's like called a ghost note. They're just really quiet, but they really add a nice texture, you know, to the rhythm of it. The part is basically like a reggae skank where it's played on the and, like we had in our last song. So to start with that, that's a good place for you to begin for the beginners here. You had more advanced students can really start adding that left hand, and you know, they play off each other. So let's look at these chord shapes. I'll go to my piano. So this is the B minor 7 shape, and this is what I'm saying. You know, you'll have your root in your left hand, and we've got the F sharp. This is our 7th. You need the root in your right hand to give it the sound, and they're not playing that note up there, the minor 3rd, and it could work there. It's starting to get a little bit muddy, so I would leave it out. So there's no 3rd. What did I say next? A D? Y'all with me on this? Everyone got the B? So if you're going to start to build up into, you know, getting this rhythm, sort of in reggae, play your left hand on the 1 and your right hand on the and. So it's 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Okay? 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. And the rest of it is you know, adding these ghost notes. Like it sounds a little strange without the music, but like I said, to get it going, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. So the pattern would be like 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3, 4, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, 1. Sorry, I missed that note. Get the idea? So that's the how to open the door to that, I think. Let's play that a little bit. If these are some of these shapes are a little awkward. Everyone good with this? Give it a try. Kimberly? Ready? Here we go. All right. I'll rewind the slow part. So just, it doesn't do it throughout the song. I mean, I guess if you want to call it, do I call it a chorus? I forget what I called it. Yeah, it doesn't do it over the verses like the Legend of the Phoenix. They don't do it over the present has no ribbon. You give keeps on giving. So I should chart it out of where they happen, or you can do that too. So I'll do the simple way with you. Just what I explained. So 1, 2, and 3, and 4. 1, 2, and 4. Just 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4.
Like the legend of the phoenix, ends with beginnings. What keeps the planet spinning? The force from the beginning. We come too far to give up who we are. So let's raise the bar and our cause to the skies. She's up all night to the sun. I'm up all night to get some. She's up all night for good fun. I'm up all night to get lucky. We're up all night to the sun. We're up all night to get some. We're up all night for good fun. We're up all night to get lucky. 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 The present has no limit.
Just the other part.
Your gift keeps on giving.
I'll lay out of it and just
What
do
is
part
just
one.
some feeling? If you wanna leave, I'm with it. We've come too far to give up who we are. So let's raise the bar and our cause to the skies. She's up all night to the sun. I'm up all night to get some. She's up
Comes
all
back
night
in.
for good fun. I'm up all night to get lucky. We're up all night to the sun. We're up all night to get some. We're up all night for good fun. We're up all night to get lucky. 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 She's up all night to the sun. I'm up all night to get some. She's up all night for good fun. I'm up all night to
I
get
do this
lucky.
inversion.
We're up all night to the sun. We're up all night to get some. We're up all night for good
He's
fun.
got that one.
We're up all night to get lucky. We're up all night to get lucky. We're up all night to get lucky. We're up all night to get lucky.
Yeah, they're in that
We're up all
inversion.
night to get lucky. She's up all night to the sun. I'm up all night to get some. She's up all night for good fun. I'm up all night to get lucky. We're up all night
Dreading
to the
that note.
sun. We're up all night to get some. We're up all night for good fun. We're up all night to get lucky. We're up all night to get lucky. We're up all night to get lucky. We're up all night to get lucky.
So this is only this
We're up
piano
all
part
night to
here.
get lucky.
Chopped up. How'd that go? Getting the groove? But I like playing these styles, you know. I mean, the percussive part can be kind of interesting, and it's not, it doesn't have to be totally repetitive, but you can really, you know, think like a drummer. But are you okay with the chord positions? Okay.
Yeah.
Do you want to do more of it now? I can, for the more advanced students, I can start embellishing, you know, the rhythm part, because there's a lot more to it. I mean, I can kick it up a notch, you know, and start looking at the ghost notes. Let's look at that a little bit. Boy, it's hard for me even to think about what I'm doing and to isolate the parts. They really work together. Let me do a little bit of it. I'll turn it down. I'll do it. Sorry, wrong chord.
Like the legend of the
It's sort of,
ends with beginnings. What keeps the planet spinning?
I think that's sort of the extra thing I'm starting to do at the left hand. But there's more to it. But I'll play it a little bit and make the music a little louder, and I'll try adding stuff, and I hope you can start, like, think like you're playing like congas where you have two drums. And it's really like a drummer, and the way you play this. I'll do a little bit more.
Like the legend of the phoenix.
Yeah. Okay.
Ends with beginnings. What keeps the planet spinning? Force from the beginning. We've come too far to give up who we are. Let's raise the bar and goes to the stars. She's up all night to the sun, all night to get some. She's up all night for good fun. I'm up all night to get lucky. We're up all night to the sun. We're up all night to get some. We're up all night for good fun. We're up all night to get lucky. 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 We're up all night to get lucky.
I'll turn the music up.
The present has no ribbon. Your gift keeps on giving.
I'll play the regular part under the verse.
What is just some feeling? If you wanna leave, I'm with it. We've come too far to give up who we are. So let's raise the bar and our cups to the stars. She's up all night to the sun.
Simple one.
I'm up all night to get lucky. We're up all night to the sun. We're up all night to get some. We're up all night to get fun. We're up all night to get lucky.
One and
We're up
two
all night to get
and four
lucky.
and one.
We're up all night to get lucky. We're up all night to get lucky. We're up all night to get lucky. She's up all night to the sun. I'm up all night to get some. She's up all night for good fun. I'm up all night to get lucky. We're up all night to the sun. We're up all night to get some. We're up all night for good fun. We're up all night to get lucky. 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 She's up all night to the sun. I'm up all night to get some. She's up all night for good fun. I'm up all night to get lucky. We're up all night to the sun. We're up all night to get some. We're up all night for good fun. We're up all night to get lucky.
How's that going? Do you need to do it more now in class? I have
No,
the
I
vi-
think we need to practice it.
yeah, you know, the song is kind of monotonous, but I think if you really work on your timing, you really got to be in the pocket, you know, right with in pop music like this. If you want, I mean, I'm ready to move ahead to the next song unless there's something you want to review or talk about. I don't want to give you too much either, but we do have you know, some of you will move this quickly, but what do you think? You ready to move on to some more? That's a no.
Yeah.
Yes.
Move on.
Okay. You know, a song like this, I mean, it's simple, yet to do it right, it really takes practice, and the timing is really, really important. But we'll go into We Are Family, okay? It's more interesting and there's more to do with the song. So I really had a hard time with this video, just technical things. I'm trying to get a copy of Final Cut, which I've been doing these on, recording them in QuickTime on the Mac. I don't know if there's a better app for it, but it's a little slow because it won't let me switch cameras while it's recording. And I'm not set up. I think I need something pretty fancy to record multicam stuff. But I have a link. Some of it's pretty new. Let me share my Laulima with you, and I'll show you what's going on there. I can find it. Everything on my computer shows up here. No, I'll just do my desktop and get going here. All right. Do you see my desktop now? I hope.
Yeah,
Yes? Okay.
yes.
Okay, so again, this is a folder called Song Lessons, and at the bottom we have We Are Family. This is, I'll put up some more things like the chart to it. This is the song. This is the song at 120%, so slower. And here I have a link to the YouTube video I made. Let me play this for you and see how it goes. Aloha, students. With another fun one for you today. We're going to go back to the disco era. We're going to do We Are Family by Sister Sledge. Not family, but that's how they sing it. But there's two main parts to the song. This is the chorus. It's A, G, D, and then an F major over G. Here they sing it. G, D, F over G bass. 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. That's the timing. Okay? That goes like that. Let me jump ahead to the next session. This is the verse. Actually, they're almost there. I'll let it play. D. So this is 4 beats of A. Four beats of A, 2 on E minor 7th, 2 on D7. That's really the whole song as far as the chords go. So I'll show you some of the ideas for it. I think there's at least 2 piano parts playing at the same time. Sometimes I think they overlap a little bit, but we'll find a way to play this all together. Here we go. All right, here we are at the piano. Let me go over. So have you all heard that song, I hope? No?
Yeah.
To you?
Yeah.
Classic. We're doing the disco era now in my American pop music class. So it's for the chords and how to do this. So the chorus is a little more complicated than the verse. So for beginners, your basic chords on this are going to be A, and we'll use the root inversion with the A on the bottom. A, C sharp, E, first, third, fifth. And you can play, your left hand is just going to be your bass in this. Regular G, G, B, D. And then our D, we'll use the first inversion with our third on the bottom there. F sharp, A, D. And here's how to do the F over G. It's an F major chord on the top. F, A, C. And instead of playing an F bass, it's a G. It's a really pretty suspended kind of sound. I'll play that with the music, and this is my slowed down version for you too. A, G, F over G. And the chords are played a little on top of the beat, like this. You all know what I mean when I say on top of the beat? It's
No. No.
so it's really common in many styles to not play the chord on the beat, actually. And especially often chords are played early. They're not played late too much, or it sounds wrong. So let me get back to my piano here. I'll try and count this. Like let me just get my head into this a second. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1. And here I'm playing right ahead of the 1. Like 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. it's almost, it would be exaggerating to say that I play it when my foot is like I'm tapping my foot, like on the four and. I'm hitting it like on the and before the one, but it's a little more subtle. One and two and three and four and one and two and three and four and one, two and three and four and one. You see what I'm saying? It's somewhere in between that. That's a little, but that's the idea. The chords are played ahead of the beat, and in music, especially pop music and jazz and R&B, it really kicks a song along to play it a chord early sometimes. And the key is to not allow that to have you speed the song up. Like if you're always playing ahead of the beat, you're going to be like a runaway train. But the idea is you play early, but keep the tempo consistent. And that's what really makes these pop songs groove, is these rhythmic things that are just kicking it along. Where was I? Make sense? So, listen for that in these changes and where they are. Let me just share my screen.
What's the best way to develop rhythm? Just playing a lot?
No. My practice mantra is practice on doing things right.
Yeah.
Playing isn't practicing.
Gotcha.
So the worst thing you can do is just to play your mistakes over and over again. Jake, so I think the key is listen, and really start listening to parts. And when I do these videos and I really listen, I keep hearing new things. Like just today during class, I heard during the breakdown they add like one extra higher voice in the chords on the piano, and there's these little things that really make great players to do it. But play to a beat, play to a metronome is good.
Should I try count? Is counting good? Is like doing a bunch of counting each note I play or something like that? Like one and two and.
Well, it was real interesting for me just now. Some of this I kind of make up as I go along, and I don't really think about what I do. So try counting, but playing it early. Like, let me try and do it. What I'm saying: 1, 2, and 3, and 4, and 1, 2, and 3, and 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, so that's real interesting to do. It's kind of, it really gets your brain multitasking. In a way, you're doing two different rhythmic things at once. I think that's why I think music is so good for developing your mind. It really doing different rhythms at once. It's amazing.
Yeah, because that's I think I'm lacking a lot, is getting into the rhythm. I need to start just kind of like going in.
But when I really used to work at guitar, but I wasn't in a band, and I used to really like jazz and fusion. Let me get my camera back up while I explain this. It's a little quick story. So I was playing like jazz fusion, like Bill Bruford and Chick Corea, and I was listening to guitar players like Al Di Meola and John McLaughlin, and I was learning what they did, and I played to their records. And then I started playing with a group that was doing that music, and they said, Joel, you're a good guitar player, but your timing is, lacking. I mean, I wasn't awful, but I mean, these were good players, and it was really an eye opener. And the problem was is I was always playing to these records, and it's not good for your timing to play to records. At some point, you gotta, wean yourself off it. So, at some point, stop playing to the song, and you have to turn over the clock to yourself rather than something outside of you, and you really have to develop your own internal sense of timing. So I think doing what I did is part of that, and try to be consistent. Get a metronome app to play to, or you can get one on your phone and computer. There's a million free ones, and start playing to that. But some of these I put up a drum beat, and I'll keep doing that if you find it helpful, because I can create some drum beats. So that's my answer.
Awesome, thank you.
But timing is something I think that's really overlooked, when playing these songs. I mean, and it's so important. And, if you like pop, I like, I love music like this. But the groove is so important. Well, I was watching this video yesterday. It popped up when I was working on music of Steve Garibaldi. If you know him, he's the drummer for Tower of Power. You ever heard of them? I'll put
No.
something up. Really unique style. And he was on some drum channel, giving a lesson, and he's showing the drum grooves he does and the things he does that are just so different with his feet and hands, and he has it all going at once. Good drummers really amaze me in that sense. Anyway, where was I? Sorry, I got sidetracked there. Back to the video, I think. There we are. Is this full screen for you when I do it?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I'll keep it like that. So that's the basic chords of part one. This is the second piano part, and you may hear it as sort of a melody. It's playing. It's actually a little higher than that. Here. Let me play that with the music. Now. And they play that in an octave, I think. And you can do that with your thumb and pinky for you more advanced beginners. Okay. But when I play it, I do both parts together, and it's pretty easy to hit that melody out of your chord shapes with these inversions. So for our A, as you go to the G, it's just a little filler there, the F sharp A in your G chord, and go to your F major over G bass. So it's I'll play that a little bit with the music now. We're in the song coming where it starts on the A. so that's the chorus. So getting to the verse part, you can try A in two different. So that's the harder part of the song, and we just have a couple of minutes left. I'll just run the verse for you here. It's pretty simple, and then we can just talk for a minute. Let me go back to that. Different ways. This is the root inversion with the A on the bottom, just like before. Our E minor seventh, we're going to play with the third on the bottom, so it's really a G chord, G B D. But when we play it over an E, it's an E minor 7, really pretty. And then our D7, we need our F sharp, A, and our C. So the A gets 4 beats, like 1, 2, 3, 4. E minor 7th. It's a little easier to do sometimes if you want to use this inversion of the A, where we have the E on the bottom. And then I'll do that with the music slowly here, coming up to the verse. Here we go. I'll do the other A now with the E on the bottom. So that's that. So notice the timing on that. The A is on the beat. The E minor 7th and the D are ahead of the beat. So listen for these things when you play and just, really focus on the timing. So that's the video. I'm still working on getting the right microphone. That one got, sometimes I record them and they sound fine, and I look at my recording level, I have a meter that I watch, but that one sounded a little distorted. I'm not sure why. I'm trying to get a proper lavalier microphone from the college, but anyway, this sounds okay for now. We'll see how it works. So anyway, that's a lot. I mean, I really laid a lot on you between Get Lucky and I opened the door to We Are Family. So do you want me to print out things and leave them for you, or can you find someone with a printer? I'm not sure the college will let me leave things for you to pick up either, actually. I don't know. But let me know what works for you, okay, if you have a problem. But I'll make an effort to get this material up now, early. Okay. Do you like this song?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Sounds fun.
So good. I'm trying to pick these songs that are interesting, that have some repetition, and they have elements in them that are good for the more beginners, and then the second semester students, something there too. But have they opened up registration for you for the fall?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What do you all think about that? Is anyone, are you going to sign up? Are you hoping we're open for face-to-face?
I already signed up, but it looks like a lot of the classes are already full.
A lot of classes got cut, so it's kind of hard to enroll to certain things because they're not offering as much as they usually
Yeah, that too.
Yeah, so I don't know if I'll be able to enroll.
So let me explain this. I get these notice, I flooded with stuff from the college, but I think that it may appear that they're full, but they're actually doing a wait list.
Oh, okay. That was a
Okay.
lot of classes though, so then
Yeah.
there isn't really a lot to choose from.
Yeah, I think it's because they're still deciding whether to do it online or face to face, right?
Right.
So,
Yeah, and I forget their explanation, but I don't believe any classes are filled now.
Oh,
So
okay.
don't feel
I wasn't
discouraged by
surprised.
that. So
Yeah.
they say, oh, sorry, it's filled. We'll wait list you. It's not
Okay.
because it's really not because it's filled.
That's good to know.
Yeah, like I have classes that have, like in piano, I think somebody's waitlisted and that there's,
yeah,
but I don't, I actually have other classes that
Yeah.
students, like in my guitar class, I haven't offered in, I guess last semester for the first time in 11 years. They wouldn't let me offer.
if you go on the wait list, then they'll automatically enroll you if they decide to face to face.
Okay. Well, that's good.
But I'm sure they'll send out more emails in regards to registration.
Joanne, are you having to put down money now to register?
I haven't registered because some classes that I have to take aren't being offered right now. So I'm still trying to figure out whether or not they're going to open those classes. But I mean, I assume that they are taking payment.
I'm sure they'll take a payment, but it's whether, you can register without making a payment. Like I know some
I
of you
don't
probably
know.
have financial aid that you haven't gotten yet, right?
Right.
So, really, if you want, you should go look into options for financial aid. I mean, I think things are really opportunity should really open up for more students. I mean, I'm pretty vocal about the college, I mean, the enrollment has just declined so much, and they always say it's because the unemployment rate is so low. So here's the chance. I mean, our unemployment rate on Maui now is like 25%. So I just think it's a great time for people to take classes, and they should offer them for free, really, one way or another. I mean, that's what I'm pushing for, and really make this bad situation into an opportunity for something good. So hang in with that, but I hope people won't get discouraged.
Yeah.
I actually like this format. I mean, I think there's a lot of room for improvement on the interface, like getting the audio quality better and things like that. But I was most afraid of this class as far as being able to deliver something worthwhile to you. But it takes me a huge amount of time to make all the videos and stuff I do. But I'm getting, part of it's learning. But if you have any comments about it, I know sometimes I hold the chart up the screen, but I'll get better at that. And if there's, excuse me, if there's any songs or styles you want to do, I want to do material that you're excited about. And I know these songs are pretty old. Excuse me. So let me know about that if there's something you want to do. Like the ones you've come up with in the past, a couple of them I thought were really good. Okay.
All right.
Okay.
Good.
So, all right. Thanks
All right. Thanks, Joel.
thanks for
Thank
tuning
you.
in.
Thank you.
Do you
Thank
want
you.
to do a recital Monday, or do we have a little work to do?
I think we should wait.
Practice.
Yeah, I want to practice.
Wait.
Okay, so, work on these parts to get lucky. And I think we'll get bored with it after a little bit and we'll move on to We Are Family.
Okay.
Really work on the timing. The timing. Don't just get your fingers in the right place. Really
Yeah.
get in the pocket. All right, take care, everyone.
Okay. Thanks, Joel.
Bye.
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 Oh.